Well, hi there, everyone, and welcome to the podcast. Or you may be watching via the YouTube channel. You know what I always say, no matter how you found us or listening or watching, we always certainly do appreciate it. Need to send out a little bit of an apology, though, to the podcast subscribers. It's been just a minute or two since I dropped a new podcast on you, but still we keep the YouTube channel up to date as a general rule. In the meantime, though, a little life update that many of you have already picked up on. You may have noticed that there's a woman in my life now. Her name is Nicole, and she has made an incredible difference in my life. Now, no, it doesn't mean that I've replaced Pam. Pam will always have a special, special place in my heart. We were high school sweethearts and married for many years, and we raised 2 children together, and we moved all over the country. But now, heading towards the 5-year mark since I lost her, I had a lot of very dark, lonely, sad days. And I can remember on many of those days, people would tell me, you know, it's not going to last forever. But, you know, I thought, yes, it will. And that's okay. That's just part of the deal. And maybe you, too, are listening or watching and still in the middle of your grief journey. And you're thinking there are no lighter days ahead. And for everyone, it's going to be different. I said that from the very beginning when I first started these podcasts and YouTube videos. It is indeed different for everyone. And sometimes we may say negative things to other people who are they think they're helping us. They think they're saying the right things, but it just hits us the wrong way. And I had a lot of those days. But those days have changed for the better now. I didn't go out looking for love, nothing like that. It was just a chance meeting in church one Sunday. It was a meeting that if it had occurred any other way, well, it would have meant to be. I'm just telling you. I actually wanted to meet her. I saw her in the back of the church and was going to meet her, and then she left and I couldn't find her. So I went outside the church and sat down on a bench, enjoying some nice sunshine, and threw myself a little pity party for having not run into her. And then it was almost as if God said, here you go. She came walking out of nowhere. We met, we started talking, we laughed a little. I then offered to give her a ride to the Fashion Square Mall in Scottsdale because she said she'd like to go there and she'd taken an Uber to get to church. So I took her there and dropped her off and said, well, maybe someday after church, another Sunday, we can go out and do something together. Little did I know that this incredible friendship that was developing would later turn to love. And it actually did. Again, I wasn't out there looking for it. And there was a big part of me that kept saying, you know, this still isn't right. She's younger than you. She's from a different country, different culture. This can't work. This doesn't fit inside that so-called box. You know about the box I'm talking about, the one we're all supposed to fit in. And then I had a pastor tell us something. He said, you know what? Sometimes God doesn't want us to be inside that box. He wants people and couples like you to be outside the box because maybe you can help be somewhat of a testimony to those too who are living outside the box. Now you're probably hearing now there's a helicopter off in the distance. That always happens when we're right in the middle of one of these videos or podcasts. I suspect they may be searching for some hikers on top of a mountain there. And that's where I am. Failed to mention that. I'm on top of a mountain right now. And that gets me back to my meeting with the beautiful Nicole and that friendship that continued to develop and grow over the months. And again, I kept telling her, you know, maybe we should find somebody closer to your age. Maybe somebody from your country. Maybe that would be a better fit. And oh, I tried hard. But you know, God kept coming back to me and saying, stop pushing, stop fighting. You've still got room in your heart to love. And that's what I found out. And then I found out this young, beautiful woman had love to give in her heart as well. And so that friendship that lasted for many months eventually did become love. And now we indeed are a couple. And at some point, we'll probably be getting married. Oh yeah, I buried the lead, didn't I? But you know, when it's all in God's plan, God's timing, and if you're a believer like we are, you have a Christ-centered relationship, it all works out. It really, really does. Does it mean everybody out there that has lost a husband, a wife, something like that, whether through divorce or death or whatever it may be, is going to find someone else? No, it doesn't. But it does mean there are opportunities for friendship. And sometimes friendship can indeed develop into love. And that's what's happened to me. I don't know if I've helped you much. The podcast, the YouTube channel will start to take on a little bit more of a different flavor now because I've turned the corner. And we'll still have messages from time to time. They're probably going to be a whole lot more positive and upbeat now. Not that you always need that, because I know many of you have benefited from hearing the depth of my loss and on those dark, lonely days that I've had, because I've heard from you. And you've said it was good to know that you weren't alone. And I guess that's what I'm saying too. You're not alone on this journey. Again, I believe if you're a believer, whomever your God may be, that God is with you and God will protect you. And who knows, maybe God will bring someone special in your life. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Just keep your heart, keep your mind open to the possibilities. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we're going to have more podcast and YouTube videos that will start featuring me and Nicole. We're also going to talk a little bit about our relationship, how we came together, what some of the good things are, some of the obstacles that we face, and just how we're traversing or making our way through this new life that we're both so very, very much enjoying. So keep listening, keep subscribing, and yeah, I'll keep saying this. Make it a great day. Better yet, a better tomorrow. And bye now from a mountaintop near Phoenix, Arizona.